YouTubers, welcome back, and today I have the ultimate anti-spatter shootout. Stay tuned for this, because this is going to be interesting. And for today's lineup, we have the Weld-Aid anti-spatter. This is the kind that you can't buy in stores anymore, I think, because it has that bad chemical in it. That's why, anyways, that's not the reason why I have this. You don't want to breathe any of the fumes coming from your welder. And if some people die from this, they're doing it definitely wrong. And then we have Pam, the internet famous Pam. And I made sure I picked up the grill spray thinking that it might have a little more heat characteristics. And then we have my own method that I devised. It is paint. And you're saying, what, paint? You'll see why. And this is what I did with the paint. I just put these rubber bands around the spot you're gonna weld, and then I hit it up real quick. And the idea is that the paint will not allow the spatter to stick to it. Brilliant! We'll see at least. So you're probably wondering, you look over here and you say, well, you already started. That's right. I've noticed when I use this that it kind of changes the welding characteristics a little bit, believe it or not. And I'm able to make a longer pass. So I'm gonna try to make a longer pass right here with this stuff. Hopefully it doesn't look like crap. Spray a little more of this on there. I'd say we're starting to get a little better here. Got a little bit of this going on. Really good penetration. Huh. Not bad, not bad. Got some spatter sticking, so it's not getting rid of all the spatter. But if you watched my other video, that's way better. All right, so now it's time for the Pam, non-toxic. If this works better, this is gonna be my new go-to. I went a little slow with that one. Let me try one more right here. And it's really hard to see with that mask. You really can't see the groove in there. Let me try. I'm not seeing any spots. Let me try making it less dark. We'll clean this up in a second. And we'll do one more from here to there. That's a long one. Hopefully I can pull it off. It's getting a lot hotter, so I gotta be careful. When you're just hitting tacks, it never gets that hot. So I'm gonna go from here to there. Let's clean this spot up. Lost my track. Really hard to follow that line with this stuff. I'm gonna try pulling it up this time. Oh, it got on fire. All right, I'm gonna try one more technique. And reason why I don't wanna go too far is because with a flux core, man, you can't make the mask bright enough without hurting your eyes to really see this line. It just disappears, so it's really hard to track it. So I'm gonna just go a little short methods. Instead of going back and forth, this little small area, I can do something like this. I'll just kind of push it up, come down, push it up, come down, push it up, come down. I'll do these little short attacks all the way down here and see how that works. And I'm going to use the HD stuff again. I kind of think it works a little better than the Pam. No more right there. All right, so here we have it. This is the first anti-spatter, the HD anti-spatter. It did a pretty good job. Looks way better than the other weld I did in my last video. And then we'll go over here to the PAM. And I think the PAM did just as good a job. I do think it was easier to weld with the HD weld anti-spatter, only because I guess it has more of a cleaning agent in it. And this, you're trying to get through, you know, actual, like, I guess grease or some type of plant oil base. And then we go over here. This is the way I think I'm going to try again over here. I'm going to cut it and try this again with the HD anti-spatter. And I just need to get a little closer bead on there. I think we can get this looking pretty good. So I'm going to do that again right over here. So I did a little light pass of cleanup, not nearly what I did on the other one. And look at that. The anti-spatter definitely works. My welds still aren't the best, not the cleanest, but I am getting better. It's definitely really tricky with a flux core welder. It's really hard to see what line you're traveling on with that thing, and it's really hard to see the puddle. But I think we can get it a little bit better. I'm going to try next on the paint one. So I got the real shit out. Let's do this. See how this works. Paint. Oh, punch through. Punch through. It was going so good. Well, there you have it. This is with the HD anti-spatter and the PAM, and this is just with the paint. This definitely has less spatter, but if you notice, when I was doing it with the paint, when you weren't spraying all these chemicals on there, it seemed like, you know, when you hit the metal, it would light off a lot faster, which made it a little bit easier and a little bit quicker to weld it. But the downside is you got to clean up all this stuff right there. I'm going to try one more with the PAM, just the PAM only, right here, now that I kind of got a little thing going, and see how good I can get it. Well, here we have it. There's the PAM. I'd say the PAM works pretty good too. I'm not sure which one's better, either the HD anti-spatter or the PAM. The PAM's definitely be way better for your health. It seems like it's a little harder to strike it off with the PAM, but all in all, you know, it works. That was just very light cleanup. I haven't done the real cleanup like a other video. So let me do that real quick. And there is the full cleanup. It's not too bad. I definitely wouldn't use the paint. That was an okay idea. Easier to weld, but way harder to get all that paint off. It gets stuck in your tool and makes it hard to get to be clean. So I'm going to paint this, you know, so we can kind of see what it'll look like with some high temp paint in the end result. Because once you do all this stuff is going to rust real bad on your car. So you're going to want to really coat it with some good ceramic high temp paint. And there we have it. I mean, if you're going to do yourself an exhaust, you're definitely going to want to paint it, because after you, like I said, this may be aluminized coating, but once you clean it all up, these areas are going to rust really quick. So if we use a high temp ceramic paint, it'll look something like this. And I don't know about you, but this does give me motivation to redo my S10's exhaust. It does have a really nice, you know, stainless exhaust in there right now, but there's a couple of things where it's routed too close to the transmission. I don't like where the cutouts are, so I could do it myself and do it all like this, how I want to do it. And this to show you guys how serious I am about redoing my exhaust. Check this out. Got a super deal on these 3-inch U-bends from Jegs, 17 something each, and I saved like 50 bucks. So I got 3 of them because I'm sure I'm going to screw one of them up at first. So I want to get enough that I can get the job done. Well, that's it. So what's the conclusion? PAM from your local grocery store works just about as good as a commercial toxic anti-spatter. And I don't know about you guys, but I will work with anything that is less toxic, especially working with cars, because almost everything you do with cars is toxic. So anyways, I hope this video was enjoyable. Hope you guys might have learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, peace.